difficulties were the result of anything other than human error or mechanical failure. On an average day, the US Coast Guard saves 11 lives and assists more than 130 people in distress. In recent years, a higher percentage of those needing help have been safely rescued because of a new, more accurate generation of a rescue device called an EPIRB, an emergency position indicating radio beacon. Since their introduction in 1982, EPIRBs have been credited with saving more than 14,000 lives worldwide. Thousands of rescues are made in the Bermuda Triangle every year, and EPIRBs play a vital role in locating distressed vessels.
They can take this with them into the water if their boat sinks and activate it. And what this does, it sends a signal to the satellites, which has a code for each individual 406 EPIRB.
Officially, the US Coast Guard doesn't recognize the existence of the Bermuda Triangle. But there are still cases where the Coast Guard has been unable to find a missing vessel, even when it's been carrying an EPIRB. Most Bermuda Triangle disappearances are probably caused by freak weather, human error, or simple mechanical failure. In some unlucky cases, it could be a combination of all three. One bizarre story involved a Miami-based property developer, Bruce Gernon. Shortly after takeoff on a routine flight from Andros Island in the Bahamas to Miami, Gernon claims to have noticed a lenticular cloud. These are normally seen over mountains, but this one hovered a few kilometers offshore over the Great Bahama Bank. Gernon claims the anvil heads on the clouds formed into a tunnel with blue sky at the end of it. As he flew into the cloud, he noticed brilliant flashes of light, but no actual forks of lightning. The whole cloud appeared to be charged with energy. He also claims that strange lines appeared inside the tunnel, rotating very slowly anti-clockwise. The lines ran the entire length of the tunnel, which he estimated to be at least 15 kilometers.
And it should have taken over 3 minutes to reach the other end of the tunnel. But it only took about 20 seconds.
Gernon felt a sensation like zero gravity, and when he looked back, he could see contrails forming on the wingtips. He watched the tunnel slowly collapse into a slit. Gernon believes electromagnetic energy can cause a unique electronic fog around a plane.
And that was the most mysterious part of this flight. I wasn't flying through the fog. I was flying with the fog. It's a different kind of fog. It has an electromagnetic energy within it.
Then, Gernon claims, the fog began to disperse, and a few seconds later, he saw he was over Miami. When he looked at his watch, he was amazed to find he had only been airborne for 33 minutes, on a flight which should have taken over an hour. Gernon's story of a weird electronic fog surrounding his plane in the Bermuda Triangle is so bizarre it defies a simple physical explanation. But another man attracted to the triangle myth, a self-styled amateur scientist, is researching what he claims to be a similar phenomenon. In a makeshift laboratory in his Vancouver apartment, John Hutchinson claims to have practiced levitation and metal bending using an electromagnetic force he calls the Hutchinson effect. He believes he has witnessed the same mysterious electronic fog as Gernon. Some people dismiss Hutchinson as an eccentric dreamer. But there are those who believe he is a pioneer of science.
My qualifications is basically, I just made it to grade 8. I have no qualifications whatsoever. The metallic mist that I created in my own research, which resembles Bruce Gernon's special electronic fog, and I'm comparing my notes to metallic mist, and what I've seen, this ball of metallic, dense, grayish white material appearing out of nowhere. I know there's a correlation between the two of them.
Hutchinson's story began in May 1980, while he was experimenting with equipment in his small apartment. He says he noticed slight movements in objects near an electric field he was generating. He tried moving objects into different areas of the field, then suddenly met with success, making a 27-kilogram cannonball levitate above the table's surface.
With the early experiments I was doing, it captured a lot of interest from people from all walks of the scientific community, and that's the levitation, the metal turning all kind of strange and mushy. And people felt that there was a lot of applications for this technology that I discovered.
Hutchinson claims to be able to levitate objects and warp metal using a combination of radio waves and powerful million-volt electromagnetic fields. It's impossible to know if he has in fact found a way to neutralize the force of gravity. The established scientific community does not seem to be taking his claims seriously, and because the proof is films made by Hutchinson himself, there is no way to verify his claims. Hutchinson says that the effects he has filmed are powered by an incredible energy source that he claims is somehow related to the as yet unproven scientific theory of zero-point energy.
A cubic foot of it can actually power the Earth's energy needs for 100 years.
Scientists say that even the concept of harnessing zero-point energy is completely theoretical, but Hutchinson still believes he may have unlocked this hidden force. And he thinks that such energy may occur naturally inside the Bermuda Triangle, unleashing similar effects to those he says he's witnessed in his makeshift laboratory. He believes these zero-point forces could be powerful enough to warp and flex aircraft bodies and even split ships' hulls wide open. Hutchinson believes that his amateur experiments could shed light on the forces at play in the Bermuda Triangle, but to date they have not been verified or replicated. No ship or plane wreck is known to have exhibited the symptoms he describes. His theories of unlocking energy by electromagnetism would seem to perpetuate the myth of the Bermuda Triangle, but shed no light on the circumstances surrounding actual events. But other triangle theorists also link the forces of magnetism with the Bermuda Triangle legend. The Earth is like a giant magnet surrounded by the magnetosphere, fields of magnetic force stretching from pole to pole. One effect of that magnetic field is sometimes visible in the form of the aurora borealis, or northern lights. The fluttering lights occur when particles that are swept towards the poles by the magnetic field collide with the Earth's atmosphere. The magnetic field also empowers a compass, the most vital of all navigation tools before global positioning satellites. Compasses point to the planet's magnetic north, a location that is only rarely aligned with the North Pole. This is a fact for which navigators have learned to compensate. But it's long been known that there is something unusual about the Bermuda Triangle, which some people have tried to suggest might cause navigation problems in the area. It's one of the places on Earth where magnetic and true north have actually lined up. Another